Hey everyone, Rick here, the Ditch Pig. This is day 2 of putting in bushings. I got everything all jacked up, and I got the jack stands under it. I left the jacks under it just for a little bit of extra security because you never know. It's up quite a bit. I had to do all the way up to get full sag on the suspension. Alright, first step to doing this, I got to take these off, the shackles. I think I'm going to do both sides at the exact same time. I got it all set up. I might as well just let it rip. I was going to do one at a time, but I don't think I will. So, buzz these bolts out. Once those are out, I'm going to drill these into, when they're flush to the frame or a little into the frame, and I'm going to try and air chisel them off. The air chisel doesn't take them off. I'll probably beat them off with a cold chisel. Nothing really withstands that bad boy, so that's the plan. And yeah, we'll see how that works out. And that was starting to rub on the frame there some. Got a little bit of a mark on it. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. This is some good quality time with your truck. So I'll get that done and beat the rivets out, and I've already got the other hangers painted up. I got to enlarge this hole up here to fit the piece that goes inside of that is bigger with the new kit. So anyway, those are the steps I'm going to go through right now. One of these bolts in here broke like years ago. One of the greasable bolts that came with this kit. It sheared off right at the thread, so obviously I couldn't grease it anymore, and it's been in there for years. Never really thought too much of it. When I went to take it out, it seized solid. Like, it won't even budge. But it's amazing what a breaker bar with a piece of pipe on it will do. She go. Check this out. Ding, 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 ding. Oh yeah, those are great. She go. Yeah. So, take a look at that. It's covered in grease, right? It's not too bad. No rust on it. Look at this one that it's like, yep, I am one with the bolt. That's the one that didn't have the greasable bolt in, and it just shows you what the grease does. Like, that was one of the first upgrades I put in the truck, was the shackle setup, because I broke one in the sand pit and come up over the hill, bam, hit hard, and it snapped one of the factory ones, which they break. They're not very strong, but bought this upgrade from OffRoad Design. They've been on there ever since. And they're just bulletproof, right? Like, so those bushings have been in there since 2007, I believe I bought that. So crazy amount of abuse and wear and tear on those, and for the bolts to still be good. I mean, I did break one of the bolts, but I mean, this thing's been thrashed. So yeah, and that bolt, I don't know when it broke, but I mean, it's years old obviously, but I mean, that's what's left of it. I'll have to cut that off. I'll keep these as spare shackles because they're still good, right? They still have the proper diameter hole in it. They got a little bit of chafing on the inside, but nothing major. So they'll be great for spares if I should ever break them. I mean, they're 3/8 of an inch thick, so it's pretty hard to destroy those. Anyway, back at her. got them all drilled. Now I'm just gonna hit them with the air chisel. They should come off pretty easy, and then just pound them through, and that hanger will be out. Yeah, so that's all it took, a little air chiseling, and these are out. The driver's side I had to hit with a hammer and a punch, try and get that to come out. It was on there pretty good. But yeah, the air chisel just whittled those off like nothing. So yeah, I think I'm gonna call it good for now. I'm gonna have some supper. Maybe I'll come back afterwards and clean up the remnants. I got to make these holes a little bigger, make this hole quite a bit bigger, and I'll blow some paint on it, and that'll probably be it for the night, I imagine. Okay, I'm back out here again and just finished up with the drilling process. I got the holes drilled for mounting, and I enlarged the hole right here for the center of the hanger to go in. So now I've got it wire wheeled, and I'm just going to blow some black spray paint on it. Make it look all nice and pretty. Inside and out. I'll dose some of that to it. And then tomorrow I'll be able to mount those. Grease the bushings up in the sleeves, put them in. Drop this thing down into place and bolt it up, and the front will be done. So I'll see you tomorrow.
Alright, back at her again today. They changed the forecast from rain to just cloudy with sunny periods, so that's perfect. I can get this thing buttoned up. Got all the paint on it there that I sprayed on. It's nice and dry now, so I can just bolt everything up, put a little Loctite on the bolts and tighten the nuts up on it. Secure that in there nice and good, then put the bushings to her and get this part buttoned up. And then I don't know what I'll do after that. I might try and tackle the back end of it, or I might leave that for another day. Kind of just want to take it for a drive.
This kit comes with all your hardware, obviously, and it comes with these lock nuts. They say in the instructions that they're good for like 5 to 7 times or something like that, on and off, before they're no good. They don't have the locking feature anymore, but I've been putting Loctite on them irregardless. I don't know if I need to, but I'm putting it on anyway. Obviously it's the blue stuff, so not permanent. So it says to torque these bolts that go through the frame that hold the hanger on to 38 foot-pounds. Doesn't seem like a lot, but these guys know what they're talking about, so. There we go, all torqued. Now to put some bushings in here, drop everything down, try and get everything bolted back up. Well, I get everything geared up. I'm just lining it up with the eyelet now for the bushing. I had a hell of a time getting this driver's side set of bushings into the eyelet of the spring. I had them lined up tried beating them in with a rubber mallet, ball peen hammer, tried using a C-clamp to draw them in, put a bolt through with washers on each side, tried to draw it in. I spent over an hour trying to get those bushings to go in. They just wouldn't go in. They'd just bubble up. Drawing it in with the air ratchet, they would just bubble the bushing around the eyelet. So believe it or not, and I didn't think that they would, they came out easily. Gave them a wiggle with a bolt in the end of it just as leverage, and they came right out. So I looked at the eyelet, and there was rust swelled out around it, right? So I took the air chisel, went in and blasted all that out, took a die grinder, went around it just to clean it up a little bit. Instead of using grease, I used undercoating, like kind of like fluid film, sprayed it in there, slid them in by hand. So anyway, now I'm going to let the suspension, the differential down, and use these jacks to kind of change the angle of where I'm at. The whole diff has to go that way a little bit. Not a lot, but some. So I'm going to do that. Once I get the bolts in, I can torque everything up and that aspect will be done. Okay, we got a finished product. I think it turned out pretty good. It's all torqued up, 75 foot-pounds. Put the grease to them. They're good to go. So yeah, all that's left is the back ones. That'll be for another video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.